Hey guys, welcome to the Trash Picture Show. Today, again, we are looking at one of the older figures from my collection. This is the NECA AVP-R PredAlien, and this was one of NECA's earliest Alien and Predator figures. And unlike the ones you can get at the moment, this is essentially a statue. There isn't much in the way of articulation in this figure. That said, it's a really nice figure, and you can see why NECA went on to make a lot of Alien and Predator figures, because while it is very limited in articulation, and I'm not a fan of the PredAlien design myself, that has nothing to do with NECA or Randy Falk, that has to do with the movie. It still is a nice looking figure, and if anything, it actually kind of enhances the design, whereas the design in the movie I have issues with, and also the fact you can barely see the fucking thing. NECA have really done a good job creating what is a really good representation of the PredAlien, from the fact that you can see through the translucent dome on its head, right there. There you go. And just really nice detailing with the spotting and the colouring there. The mouth opens slightly. There is some limited articulation in the head, and I don't know if you can see it there, but there is interior jaws. They don't come out. Again, this is more of a statuette rather than an action figure, and it is one of your earlier figures. But yeah, there is a bit of articulation in the arms, some pivoting in the hand, some pivoting in the shoulders. Same for this, some pivoting in the hands, some pivoting in the shoulders. I always get kind of worried when I see a gap that size in the figure. But again, really nice detail on the PredAlien, or as it was called by the creators of the movie, Chet. And they named him after the dickhead Bill Paxton played in Weird Science. Another tidbit about the movie: the dreadlocks for the PredAlien in the movie were actually made by the ADI crew recasting the tails from the Bambi burster and using them to make dreads. So if you ever wondered what the design of the PredAlien dreads are, they're actually tails from the juvenile chest burster from Alien 3. But yeah, really nice kind of detailing, especially on the back, the pipes. Comes with a tail that has wire frames, so you can kind of bend it in a couple of different directions and stuff, but the tail is essential for it to stand up. I'll get into how to stand it in a minute. Again, the legs, very limited kind of rotation and movement, and even if you do try and change them, you have this kind of like it's knocked out of whack. It kind of ruins it. Still a nice figure though. I genuinely think it's a nice figure. And again, while I don't like the design of the PredAlien, I do think NECA done a fantastic job kind of translating it into figure form, and I think in some ways improving upon it. If you have a chance and you come across the AVP-R ADI workshop book, it'll show you some other designs for the PredAlien that I think were way better, including one of it coming out of a doorway and just towering over a human. I found this PredAlien very kind of useless. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of his representation in the movie, or her representation, because it's a Praetorian. You can actually, that's one cool thing though. They did make it that yeah, she's a Praetorian. She's molting into a juvenile queen. Whether or not they had it that she was able to face hug with her jowls, that she was a queen, or it was something unique to the PredAlien, I don't know, but they get her a crown that's very reminiscent to the alien queen or Praetorian. But yeah, again, nice looking figure. Not a fan of the representation in the movie. I think they should have gone with something a bit more bulkier, because if you've played any of the video games or read the comics, the PredAlien is big fucking tank of a creature. So yeah, in order to get her to stand, I'll show you here now. She doesn't really stand that well. So NECA included this diorama base, and it's just a generic kind of concrete base, like broken concrete. Maybe it's where she's supposed to explode from the sewer system and just has concrete knocked everywhere. But yeah, you essentially fix her legs to this, and again, as I said, her tail is essential to her kind of standing up properly. So yeah, that's how she stands. But yeah, a nice figure, and it is one of the first after the McLaren Alien and Predator figures I picked up. She and Wolf were the next bunch of Alien and Predator figures I picked up, and I'm hoping NECA. I've been seeing in comments and on forums and stuff that NECA will be doing a reissue of the Wolf Predator, and I'm hoping that if they reissue the Wolf, if they do a more kind of modern, articulated kind of ultimate version of the Wolf Predator, that they'll follow suit with this lady as well. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with this figure. As I said before, I think the figure is actually an improvement upon what we got in the movie. Have any of you guys got this figure? Would you think of picking it up? I know it's going fairly dear on eBay at the moment, but yeah, what would you think? Do you think you'd pick this up as a figure? And do you actually think it looks better? The action figure looks better than she did in the movie? Leave your comments down below, and yeah, have a good one. Take care. Bye now.